Hello everybody, this is B2 Plus at the Puruchuco. Here at Innove Schools we try to find many solutions to one topic. In this case, you are going to see many solutions to reinforce diversity and identity in our country. So, I'm going to explain you that our students in 11th grade, they follow and develop many solutions according to this stage of exploration, ideation, and now experimentation and sharing. So, I hope you can enjoy these solutions and support them. Please, let's welcome to the first group. This is Nicolás Tupayachi's team. So please come here. So let me introduce them. Nicolás Tupayachi, Luana Gallegos, Daniela Bonet, and Brian Garrido. So let's give them the space. Who's going to start? You? Okay.
Ahora sí, Pepe. Good morning, everyone. We are Equality Unfiltered, and this group is composed by Luana Gallegos, Daniela Bonet, Brian Garrido, and me, Nicolás Tupayachi. And today, we're going to present our creative solution about the problematic identity and diversity. Next. Our prototype is an Instagram page that helps raise people's awareness about diversity and identity. That's why our prototype will shift society's mindset toward racial and inclusive thinking.
Diversity and identity are global spread issues that can make our country more demand of this problem. Usually, individuals faces are discrimination and marginalization others about their race, origin, gender, and the cultural background. That's why sometimes the people have problems to others and maybe have a little problem with the other people.
My group's process of exploration, identity and diversity can be summarized in 6 steps. The first step is talks about identity and diversity. The second is we start to learn more about youth. We discussed which solution adapts more to our vision. Then we found out that Instagram was a good way to reach with information to younger people. We created the Instagram account to increase people's knowledge about identity. And finally, we published some posts to gain followers and raise awareness among people about identity, diversity, and stereotypes.
Okay, how it's a good solution? First, we have these 6 success criteria to know. It's viable because Instagram is a social media that that combats racism and uses artificial intelligence to detect harmful content for free. It's sustainable because this strategy takes actions and contributes to the environment by educating page followers from home. It's innovative because we can promote diversity through reels, digital stories, and interactive discussions as a modern focus. It's constitutional because it aligns with Peruvian fundamental human rights and legal principles that protect freedom of expression and racism. And finally, it's engaging because we're using creative visuals, reels, and interactive discussions to make our content more dynamic and relatable. Okay, this Instagram initiative, it's going to make a real impact in our lives. We can prove it with how people engage with it, how they interact with posts, content, or use Instagram for a better purpose. We will track follower growth, engagement levels, and the type of content that engages the most. Um, Also, we're going to receive feedback through polls direct messages to improve our page. Either way, collaboration with activists and educators will add credibility to our page. If people start taking actions, assigning petition and educating others and changing perspective, it's going to be a proof that it's working over time. Before and after launching the platform, it will show how much awareness has grown. The key is keeping it dynamic. And also, it stays relevant and relatable. Here are our results. The first week, we start with 6 followers, 3 posts, and 15 visuals with the page. And the second week, we have 47 followers, 4 posts, and more than 72 interactions with 727 monthly views.
Finally, in the conclusions, our creative solution and Instagram page, we have helped promote inclusion, empowers voices, and builds a supportive community. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, class for the group. Okay, the solution give us, the social media can help us. So try to support. We are going to share in this live. We're going to share the link. Maybe you can support the team. Thank you so much to the team. Please go and sit down. And now we are going to move to the next group. The next group is from Annalise Albumer, Ariana Baldeón, Fabricio Pillaca, and Juliet Mercado. So welcome them, please. Here we have another solution. I hope you can support them too. Okay, who's going to start? Okay.
Okay. Have you ever wondered how should we reduce the levels of discrimination and exclusion in our Peruvian schools? Good morning, everyone. We are Group 3 that is made up from Juliet Mercado, Ariana Baldeón, Fabricio Pillaca, and the person to talk to you, Annalise Albumer. Well, we're happy to be here today because we're going to present an interesting project that you should listen to.
And here's our problem. Our problem is exclusion and discrimination in the Peruvian schools that affect a lot of people with different races, colors, gender, culture, and abilities. And this contributes to mockery and the isolation and unequal treatment. Addressing this is essential to ensure every student is respected, valued, and able to reach full potential.
Okay, let's continue to the exploration. During English session, we began by reflecting on how we understand ourselves from an exercise like this to challenge us with concepts like identity and diversity, which some of us didn't fully understand at first. Then we watched 2 TV videos where 2 women shared their experiences of discrimination based on gender, race, and skin color. This allowed us to identify the serious problem affecting our society. With part to the investigation, here we decided to explore more, focus on 3 UN Sustainable Development Goals, like CGA 5 that promote gender equality, CGA 10 that reducing inequalities, and CGA 16 that contributes inclusive society. So to better understand the topic, we interviewed several people to ask them about their experiences and opinions on discrimination and exclusion. Here it is part of our interviews. Here you can see a little evidence about this, like videos and documents. So the interview results showed that transforming several aspects of society is essential to reducing discrimination and ensuring equal opportunities. Education is the key to building a culture of respect from an early age, and institutions must also guarantee equal access to employment, education, and leadership. The government must also take an action to reduce inequalities, access to basic service, and promote inclusive policies.
Okay, now we're going with solution ideas and explanation. Our project is sustainable. In first moment, we use free apps like TikTok, Instagram, and Spotify. We don't need to bring or build anything, and also we can reuse the content of our project. If you like to teach, you only just need internet and your cell phone, obviously, and free apps. Also, it's innovate because we doesn't just give information, we create communities. Our strategy was use a modern language, for example, in our title that is Habla Mineto, and also that mix audio, videos, and clips. For example, in the podcast that is in Spotify, and also the Instagram Reels. Also, we have the TikTok clips. Also, our prototype is viable because it doesn't require expensive equipment, and it's really cheap. It's desirable also because create an environment where students doesn't feel excluded, where students can give their full potential. Also, it's legal because disagree with a political constitutional of Peru. In the Article 2, for example, equality and no discrimination, and also in the Article 13, equality and complete development in education. Okay. Let's go.
To create this solution, we start with a sketch. You can see this, and how can implement our podcast in the classmates, then the logo and a speech, and what we are going to say in the podcast, answer some comments that experience some from people with that suffer exclusion and discrimination. Then the official page in Spotify. Julie, please, you can find that like Habla Mineto, and you can see 2 episodes, one in Spanish and one in English, answer some comments, and talking about the exclusion and discrimination. And then the creation of Instagram and TikTok count to promote our podcast. These are the results. In the first week in Spotify, we have 108 reproductions for our hours to consume and 7 followers. And here are some evidence with some comments in Spotify. Then in the platform of Instagram, we have 17 followers in 1 week, and in TikTok, 9 followers. In these two counts, you can see 2 edits to promote our podcast.
In conclusion, the project Habla Mineto has a future to work to make a real difference in ideas will reduce discrimination and social exclusion in Peruvian schools, impact promotes empathy, participation, respect, and diversity, method short episodes with real-life stories, and in conclusion, Misha's application played during tutoring sessions, especially Wednesdays. Final goal, build a more just and unit Peru from the classroom. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, well done to this group. So we're gonna move. Okay, here we have a huge community of fans for this group. So now we are gonna continue with the next one. Remember that maybe at the end we are gonna share these links so you can support these ideas of the team. So let's welcome to the next group. This is Gabriel Lopez group, Luciano Tarola, Kevin Cordova, and Rodrigo Cuba. So please, let's support them. So let's see. Who's gonna start?
Should I start? Yes. So, hello everyone. Today I have a question for all of you. Have you ever been part of a discrimination case? Maybe in your home, maybe in your school, maybe with the people that you know, or maybe with the people that you don't know. Well, this is a very huge problematic that it has been with us in a lot of situations. Well, to all of this, the main problem is that we see that the identity and diversity is being affected by the different discriminations around the world or just in our country. But by this, another factor is that the ignorance of the people also increases the levels of the discrimination, also to promoting these bad behaviors of the people towards the people that have different characteristics. And also, we can see that the discrimination is being normalized around that world, and that's making that, for example, a bad behavior is starting to see like a normal behavior. That's a very problematic situation, because if we don't stop this, some people that don't like that they feel, for example, discriminated, some friends will see it like a joke, but maybe another person will see it like something that it hurts his feelings. And well, showing our exploration phase, we have been investigating about the different levels of discriminations around different social groups. For example, we have seen that in the schools, for example, there is 44.7% of discrimination right now. In more 75% of these people is being discriminated by the race discrimination, just for their culture or maybe their skin tone. Well, we have been doing different interviews also to see about the people, how they feel, or what are they doing towards the discrimination.
Okay, during the development of the project, we support on two SDGs. The number 5, that is gender equality, and the number 10, that is reducing inequalities. Next. Well, the success criteria about the project is sustainable because people will collaborate with it through messages. Then it's viable because it's really easy to create and it's very comfortable to use. Then it's innovative because we offer a people a way to express how do you feel about the discrimination and to vent or share their stories. Then it's legal because work together with the law 27270, which is against the discrimination. And finally, it's engainable because I can share experience of cases of discrimination or stereotypes that he suffered. Next.
After the exploration stage, we create an interesting idea. What's that? That is a web page. I'm gonna explain how we do it. Meanwhile, my friend Rodrigo is gonna pass through your site with the QR code of the web page. We use different visual tools to make this web page, like Google Forms, and the most important is Google Sites. Well, if you enter to the page, you will see the main page. In this place, we give some information about the project, the SDGs that this page are aligned with, and the real problematic of the racism, not only in Peru, also in the whole world. But this webpage also have a second section. For me, it's the most important because it's a global chat. Here, people that suffer discrimination can share their experiences, and also another people could help them. This is the real objective because we know that people that suffer of this problem keep it inside, and we need that these people share their experiences and don't have the fear that they will be judged.
The results we have obtained after experimenting with our project were very good. We have achieved more views, and we have received comments from people like that, mentioning that they were helped or were saved or were served by our information on our website. We also help people to comment about cases or situations in front of discrimination. It can be situations of friends or maybe themselves. Well, to conclude, identity is being lost due to discrimination, and it is up to each one of us to maintain it. Also, the diversity is being reduced by all the people excluding it, and this has to need more solutions and need to solve. However, you should be proud of who you are and where you come from. And remember that one people makes the difference.
I hope you have enjoyed our presentation, and we hope also that you can use our webpage and enjoy it. So thanks, that's all.
Okay, thanks to this group. So finally, we have the last group. This is Asiris Rivera's group. Alexia Cervantes, Valeria Chavez, Maria Fernanda Lopez, and Nicole Barrera. They are going to show you a nice video game, so I hope you can enjoy it.
In Peru, nearly 300 reports of ethnic racial discrimination were received in 2024, according to the Ministry of Culture, and more than 55% of all racism complaints were reported only in Lima. Good morning, everyone. We are the Studio Div team, and it is our pleasure to present to you our proposed solution for the project Identity and Diversity.
Racism between different affect cultures. Millions of people which is reflect by the reduction or mistreatment. Migrant or indigenous people are often viewed with prejudice, with the social conflict, isolation, and division between communities.
To develop our solution, we went through several phases. One of the most important was the exploration phase. First, we watched some TED Talks and noticed that many of them talk about discrimination based on things like skin color, race, and gender inequality. So we decided to investigate the UN 17 Sustainable Development Goals and interview people to find out their point of view about discrimination. Finally, based on their testimonies, we drew conclusions that helped us to design a more inclusive solution. So we made our game a mosaic, and it's a fun and interactive game, and you can learn about culture and diversity.
Okay, so our solution is to create a collaborative multiplayer video game because our audience are kids, young kids, and which are more influenced by video games or this kind of things that distract them more. So in our video game, we have the option to personalize our own avatar based on your real appearance, or even if you some kind of things that you like. And this will encourage your self-representations and self-esteem. Also, as a multiplayer video game, the players can play with others and join forces to solve challenges and go to another levels. Also, there are rewards for being a good person, helping others, talking with others, or interacting with others. And also, this means that this budget gives you more gems and also higher up in the podium, which is such a competition, but still it is kind of fun for kids.
And why did we choose this solution to create instead of other options? Well, first of all, because it is viable, due to we are using the common structure of a video game. I mean, levels, multiplayer, the option to create a character, and others. It's easy to carry on because the platform Roblox Studio that we are using is known as a simple way to design games for beginner creators who don't have programming knowledge. And this game can be played on different devices that have installed Roblox. To clarify this idea, you should keep in mind that Roblox is a platform where you can find different games, and Mosaic is one of them. In fact, it is already published in this platform, so any user can find it under this name. At the same time, our game is sustainable because it aligns with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, especially number 4 about quality education, when we promote values such as respect, inclusion, and cooperation. And also number 10 about reducing inequalities, because our game encourages self-expression, identity recognition, respect for individual differences, and to value cultures more. Moreover, Mosaic is constitutional, since we promote the right to identity and non-discrimination, as is recognized in the Article number 2 of the Political Constitution of Peru. And why is it innovative? Well, first, it is the perfect mix of historical adventure, inclusion, and multiplayer cooperation. Second, it allows each player to represent themselves by creating a character with their own physical traits, promoting identity and self-esteem. And third, we use the 7 wonders of the modern world as settings for the levels in order to offer a cultural and educational experience. And finally, the engagement criterion. Well, the avatar customization creates an emotional connection between the player and their character. Also, the collaborative missions require teamwork, encouraging motivation and social interaction. And the journey throughout the world's wonders increase curiosity and active learning.
Now, please keep in mind that our game isn't just an idea on a paper, but a real solution that anyone can play right now. And if you want to be part of this experience, you just have to follow the next steps. First, you have to download the Roblox app in your device. That it can be your tablet, your cell phone, or any device you have. Then, you will enter the app and sign in. And then, search for our game Mosaic in the search page. When you enter the game, you will see an NPC that will explain what is our game about. It will say something like, hello, this is Mosaic, a better game that will help you to learn about diversity and culture. Then you will have the opportunity to choose between 7 destinations. These destination can be Peru, Brazil, Mexico, Egypt, or other country. The next step is to search to interact with friends, level up, and gain badges in an open world. And lastly, the last step is just to have fun and learn a lot.
Now let's talk about how we can keep a child engaged with the game. Easy, with points, medals, or coins, just like Duolingo does. That's the reason why we include some budgets for each inclusive attitude shown by the player. Some of our budgets are good friend when you help or wait for a partner who is slower or stuck. Then we have the budget called Mosaic when you team up with characters who look different and work together. Then we have the super team budget when you choose to play with someone new or someone who usually plays alone. And finally, diversity guardian when you chat using the new words from native languages learned in the levels.
Oh, okay, so here we have a short video of the game as a result, shortcut. Okay. And also here we have some kids that are showing our game. They really like it. And also here also have some kids and also playing. Here we have some young kids and a small capture of how our game should be. So these are the results of our game.
Finally, we came to the conclusion, after the experimentation, that A diversity game is an efficient and proper solution. This for the reason that for kids of this age of 8 to 12 years, this is an eye-catching and engaging way of learning. And you can see this by the data. Our game has 100% of likeness and 44 views in just 1 week. This shows that with engagement, innovation, creativity, a viable solution, we can make an impact. And of course, you can be part of this impact and the change.
This is our QR. You can scan it and play right now our game. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you everyone there. So I hope you can enjoy it. And so see you next time. Thank you.